Welcome to Live on KEXP. I'm your host, DJ Morgan, from listener-powered independent 90.3 FM KEXP in Seattle, 92.7 FM in the Bay Area, KEXP.org, and our mobile apps around the world. We are listener-powered and rely on donations from people like you to make all of these live performances possible, so thank you so much for supporting KEXP. I'm so happy to be in the live room, back with the Barr brothers, live for the first time since 2017. We're so happy to have them back in the studio. Their new album is called Let It Hiss. It's the Barr brothers live on KEXP.
Drinking leads to my worried mind that leads to you. The thinking of you leads nowhere but to the devil in the ocean blue. I asked the moon for orchids, and she said, how about a drop of blood from a rolling stone? She never fails to tickle my funny bone. How do you steal what you really want when what you really want is free? How do you deal when you're lost at the wheel, honey, thinking how it ought to be? You held my love for ransom, I posted a reward I could not afford. Dynamite from the ceiling to the floor. Hey, from your one-eyed jacks to your rolled-up tricks. I've been gone when your pocket aces flip. It ain't no river that needs a dam, just a slow and steady drip. I'll be a burn card, lost in the shuffle at the bottom of the deck, yeah. It's trying to hide where the highway's low and the low way is mine. You can burn. Turn me out to the snow and the wind and the rain, and again and again and again. I'm just leaving a little worse than when I came. Trouble is as trouble does when it's on a troubled mind. Reasons come and reasons will go, and the blind are following the blind. A coffin and a cradle, the daughter and the Holy Ghost in the same room. And me, I'm just making the dust fly with the broom. Hey, from your one-eyed jacks to your rolled-up trips, I'll be gone when your pocket aces flip. And it ain't no river that needs a dam, just a slow and steady drip. I'll be a burn card, lost in the shuffle at the bottom of the deck, yeah. It's trying to hide where the aces are low and the blinds are too high. You can burn. Just leaving a little worse than when I came.
It's the Barr Brothers live on KEXP. That was Burn Card from 2015's Alta Falls. And now they'll be playing us some songs from the new record that just came out last fall, 2025, called Let It Hiss. It's live on KEXP.
good a place to go. Breaking the mirror like a habit, like the one I own. And as the days go by, turning into our lives and the pictures upon the wall. As the days go by in the blink of an eye, how do we get along with it all? If we could only look at our lives in terms of the number of days to go. Instead of me, myself, and my time, my pride, you gotta laugh, you gotta laugh, you gotta laugh. Running, never running, never running, never running right into it. And I don't know why I was running that day. Maybe I was afraid of feeling that way. Running, never running, never running, never running right into it. I've been on the run ever since I was young, ever since I could say I don't wanna feel that way. If you're tired, baby, I can drive. Let's make it a point of staying alive. Open up another tangerine, where the skin was dirty but the fruit was clean. I wanna love you, wanna get it right. Holding you close on the edge of a knife. Wanna feel the way we did that night, when the moon was heavy and the world was light. Spend a minute with me out of time, where nothing is yours and nothing is mine. To dream about the swimming pool, the water was warm and your skin was cool. And the harder that I try to hold on to what I've been and what I've seen and what I know, the way I think that it's supposed to go, well, the harder it gets just to see it shine. And I might not get it, but I'll always try. There's a spider on your glass of wine. I'm taking my eyes and taking this time. There's a diamond swimming in your eye. Well, I might not get it, but I'll always try. And the harder that I try to hold on to what I've been and what I've seen and what I know, and the way I think that it's supposed to go, everything that I can and I can't control, like getting sad, like getting old, like holding my hand up against the cold. The harder it gets just to see it shine. And I might not get it, but I'll always try. Yeah, I might not get it, but I'll always try. origin chain. With the water, bring the water to the well. I sent a message in a bottle, but the messenger was still coming home on Sunday morning with an arrow sticking out my back. Those stars and is really no surprise. I got it for free, kept it right beside my pocket. Go ahead. Well, take it from me. I want you to keep it tonight. Peace, we haven't spoken so long. That useless feeling that we wouldn't know what to say. I guess we kind of wrote it all. Yeah, we wrote it all away. Oh, take it from me. We can do this all night. Actually, they just wouldn't feel right anymore. I wanna be free. I want everything to be alright. So take it from me. I want you to have it tonight. Yes, take it from me. 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 Yes. Oh, it's gonna be alright.
It's the Barr brothers live on KEXP. Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. It's so nice to see you all again.
You too.
Brad,
Morgan.
Andrew, great to see you. It's been a while since we've seen each other. I had the honor of hosting you 2 times back in 2017 for Queens of the Breaker, so very, very good to see you again.
So glad to be back here. Love this room. I love the new room. I guess it's now kind of not really the new room anymore, but it feels new to us again.
Yeah, right? So next month, so in just a couple weeks, it'll be our 10th anniversary of being in this building. Isn't that crazy? So you were here kind of at the beginning of this building.
Yeah.
So you're in the 10-year settled-in room now.
It's got history, you know?
Yeah.
We've been on tour playing some great, like the Troubadour and the Great American Music Hall. And there's no question when you walk into those rooms, you feel the history.
Yeah.
And so it's cool. You guys have built history here. You feel it.
Well, welcome back. And every time you come here, you do something a little bit special. Can you introduce the band that's with you today? I understand 2 of them are quite new to playing with you.
Yeah, of course. Well, first, we on the bass, we have Todd Dahloff. Todd and Andrew played together with Leslie Feist for a bunch of years.
Still do.
And they still do. But we've got Todd. Luckily, we have Todd in this little moment in his life when he's available. Very happy to have him. And, of course, Andrew Barr on the drums. Brad Barr singing, playing guitar. And, yeah, we have two wonderful guests with us who we just met for the first time 2 nights ago, but who it already feels like they know exactly what to do musically, and it feels like we're old friends already. Georgia Harmer singing, playing guitar, and Matt Kelly playing pedal steel.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
Insane. Georgia, how does it feel to have learned these songs just a couple of days ago and be performing them today?
Feels like my brain is only doing that right now. There's no space for anything else. And then as soon as we're finished this,
Then you can relax.
those lyrics are gone.
Luckily, it doesn't feel that way. It feels like these are songs you've known. I feel like they're already been living with you because, it's so natural.
It is actually also, I should say that Matt and I both are big fans of this album. So we've been listening to these songs for many months. This isn't the first time we've heard them.
You can tell. It sounds like you've put a lot of time into it. So thank you for being here. It's really nice to have you. You sound great. And Andrew, I have to ask you about this instrument that you started the performance with on Burn Card. Can you tell us about this?
Yeah, a fan actually sent us a YouTube video of a man named Fron Riley playing this instrument on like the morning news, and I thought, where is that thing from? Is it Indonesian or is it hurdy-gurdy? And I looked him up, and he lives in Guelph, Ontario, which is a town north of Toronto. And so I just directly wrote to him and asked him if he could possibly make me one. It was just a video of him playing it, and it was like Fron Riley now with the instrument he's invented, the Fron, and he named it the Fron. Actually, this is the Fron 2, he called it.
Nice.
And I was just mesmerized by the sound. It has all these incredible overtones, and you can bow it, you can pluck it, and it's just 10 guitar strings spinning in time. And so I wrote to him, and he very kindly said, yeah, I can make you one. So he made us one and sent it in the mail, and it's been on tour ever since.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Sort of a world premiere, certainly for KEXP, a brand new instrument featured in this session.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah. And you using the string on your guitar too, Brad, that's so interesting. How did you think of that?
I learned that from a Romanian violin player named Nicolae Neaxiu. And you could see him perform it in the movie Lachodrome, 1993 Tony Gatliff film. And it's in that film, he takes a horsehair from his bow and ties it onto his violin string. And interesting, we actually played with Taraf de Hedux, that's the group that he performed with. We played with them, and I thought, I'll get to meet him and learn about this, what he did and how he learned it, and if it was a tradition passed down. But he had passed away by the time we met those guys. Still like a really good time, but so I had to sort of figure out myself how he was doing it, and I learned that you could do it with polyester sewing thread. So it's just a cool one of those little flukes of physics that works well on the guitar, and I encourage anyone with a guitar to try that themselves.
Yeah, it sounds so beautiful. I didn't think you'd have such an amazing answer to that question. I thought you were going to be like, oh, we were just trying something out. It sounded really good, but that's an amazing in-depth answer.
Remind me to go with your answer next time.
I invented it. I just tried some thread. Perfect. That's amazing. So the new album is called Let It Hiss. Such a great record. This is so good. Thank you so much for playing these songs for us today. And it's been a while since the last album. What was the journey to putting this album out in 2025?
Well, we had, I think in 2017, we finished our Queens of the Breaker Store, and we had planned on taking some time off in 2018, 2019, which we did. And then, obviously, the world kind of shut down. And I think Brad and I realized that we'd been touring really since we were 18 years old, So, like, literally almost 30 years of touring. And we both have young kids at home. And when everything shut down, something just felt really good. And we also got to spend a lot more time together just as human beings, not stuffed in a bus together. And I think we started realizing that there's with any family member, there's certain relationship things that you just they can be overlooked. And a lifetime of playing music together as brothers, had a lot of history that we kind of worked through in a wonderful way. We just kind of got to know each other a little better, and somehow felt like a level of honesty developed between us. And I think when Brad started writing, he felt like maybe something had to be there that hadn't been before
when the sort of normal appropriate amount of time to release a record had arrived, like, a few years, I felt like kind of like a rock. I did feel like things needed to get shaken loose. And if we're gonna keep going and put out a new record, a lot of personal work had to get done, a lot of interpersonal, like our relationship, and there was no crisis. It was just like we were stagnant and needed to evolve. Really, for the songs to move forward, something personally needed to move forward, and that's what I spent. And things just take time. These songs all took time. A record like this, which really just required a lot of honesty from me as a songwriter. It just took a little more time, and had to simmer. Didn't want to rush it. Wanted to get it right, and I'm so glad we did. We took the time we needed to kind of grow and move into a new phase, and now it's like, these songs work great live. Everyone's getting along. The tour is going well. I think it has transmitted into our whole experience out here.
That's wonderful. That's so great to hear. Did you have a different sort of recording process on this record than you have on the last one? Certainly you have a lot of collaborations on this record, Jim James, Land of Talk, lots of guests on this record. How did that all come about?
We were doing most of this by ourselves in our own studio. That was became like the Let It Hiss ethos. Before we'd always figured we will make too many mistakes as engineers. Our sound will not be good enough as engineers. Our studio is probably not good enough. And we just kind of committed to our space. We did get help from Sam Cohen, Yellowbirds. He was one of the first. John Lowe helped us quite a bit. But the majority of it was done in our studio. And in that way, we could really see where the spaces were. This, instead of like, we have 2 weeks in one space to do this, we could take our time and see this would be so great to have Jim on this song, and Jim and Jossie Adams together on that song. We had clarity finally. And Elizabeth Powell and Ariel Engel from La Force and Clo Pelgog and a lot of other people came in to help us, but we really found room for the singers, and that was what usually feels like is missing from our group, just some great singing to help me out.
Yeah, sounds really, really good.
Thank you.
Is there a meaning behind the album name Let It Hiss?
It started as a comment on certain sonic choices we were making, specifically a pedal here. The Truly Beautiful Disaster pedal by Effector 13 has a lot of hiss output, and I was stepping on it a lot during this record. And our quarter-inch reel-to-reel tape machine also has a lot of hiss, a lot of noise floor. And someone threw that out there, like, well, what are you going to do? Just let it hiss. That was kind of a commentary on the sound. But then it became this sort of an ethos and an idea that we could get behind personally about, like we're always trying to hide the mistakes. We're always trying to push them down, and let's just let them emerge, not try and cover them up, and not try and curate something that looks more perfect or more polished. And I think we're all just responding well to that as a ethos and a way to sort of move forward in life.
Yeah, that character makes things special.
Yeah. I mean, it's Leonard Cohen said it great. A crack in everything. But I think for us, it really was something we had to put into practice and sort of stick with. Because in this day and age, with Pro Tools and working in digital spaces, you can just do this all day long. It's like you're perfecting something, and in the recording process, a lot of us as musicians want to sound like some kind of a more perfect version of ourselves, but I think we've always recognized that we just respond well to the most honest version. With that's been my favorite music growing up. There's all kinds of hiss everywhere, personal, cracks everywhere.
Yeah, let's keep sounding like humans. Let it hiss.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah,
Nice.
More of that.
Yeah, more of that. Well, it's so good to see you all again. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. Hope to see you again very soon.
Thank you, Morgan. Thanks, everybody, this whole crew. You can't see them here, but they are doing an amazing job.
They sure are. I agree.
Thanks, Morgan.
Of course, thank you. And thank all of you for watching and listening today. To find more of these sessions, you can subscribe to the KEXP YouTube channel. And all of these sessions are made possible with your support. So if you'd like to support these directly, you can make a financial gift at kexp.org/live. And thank you again so much. This has been the Barr Brothers live on KEXP.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.